Hi folks, I'm in Heidelberg, Germany. It's April, it's spring as you can see, and I'm foraging for fruit. Well, it's actually a month or two too early for fruit. As you can see, cherry trees, and here the mahogany and the ornamental flowering quince are just in flower. The almond trees have just finished flowering. So where am I gonna find fruit this time of year? Well, the trick is, if there is no new fruit, look for old fruit. There are actually some species which keep their fruit more or less intact throughout the winter. Here we have a Cotoneaster, most probably Cotoneaster horizontalis or some hybrid of Cotoneaster horizontalis. Well, it's called Cotoneaster horizontalis because it's trying to grow more or less horizontally. It has small red fruit, well, something like berries or teeny tiny apples. They ripen in autumn, but in autumn, birds, which are supposed to eat all those small red fruit, they have a huge selection of juicy, tasty, sweet fruit, and they are looking for the sweetest ones because they need a lot of quick energy for flying around. So a lot of fruit trees and shrubs, they are trying to get the juiciest and sweetest fruit. The problem is after the first rain, those juicy and sweet fruit usually rot away. If they're a little bit more durable, then not after the first rain, but after the fifth rain, after they are fully ripe. And then there are those plants which keep the ripe fruit for months upon months upon months. This stuff probably got ripe in September and October, and look, we have the middle of April now, and most of the fruit are still completely intact. Why are they still completely intact? Well, usually this type of fruit, they don't have those quick sugars. They have more like those long sugar chains like starch and stuff, which are not that soluble in water. And generally they are not as juicy as those really sweet, juicy fruit, which are quite seasonal, which rot away within days or weeks. And often they are not as tasty. I tried some Cotoneaster webii earlier today. It was horribly bitter. Now let's see if Cotoneaster horizontalis is better. Well, I knew that Cotoneaster horizontalis would be better, and I'm not disappointed. It tastes like boring apples, more or less. It's like hawthorn. And just like hawthorn, it has a couple of hard seeds inside. Don't chew on those seeds, especially if you eat a lot of Cotoneaster. They are mildly poisonous, like all the rosaceae seeds. Here you have some of those seeds, like all the rosaceae seeds. They contain cyanide, so if you chew on like a lot of them, you might get poisoned. So, Cotoneaster horizontalis. How shall I describe the taste? Well, it's closest to hawthorn, really. If you don't know what hawthorn tastes like, it tastes like an apple. And this tastes like a boring hawthorn or a very boring apple. Not really worth eating when you have a big selection of tasty fruit, but in April, when you run out of choices and you are really desperate and try to forage for something, a handful of them might be the best thing you can get in your neighborhood. Well, fruit-wise, foraged fruit-wise. So, folks, this was Cotoneaster horizontalis, or a closely related variety or hybrid. Stay tuned for more fruit videos from the parks and gardens of Germany. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.